Delia Ketchum, at a first glance, bland and innocent mother of our protagonist, Ash Ketchum. But is she really so bland and innocent? What if we told you that she almost became a Team Rocket member, or that she has a clone of herself somewhere in the Hoenn region? Let's dive into the secrets of Delia Ketchum. Although Delia is still very young, with an age of 29 years, her life so far has been full of extraordinary experiences and events. Delia grew up in Pallet Town, where her mother owned a restaurant called the Pallet House. Pallet House was, and still is, the only restaurant in the whole Pallet Town, so we can safely guess that her family was financially stable. Her father left for his Pokemon journey early in her life, which is truly a recurring trend, as you will see later in the video. Since there's almost no information on her early childhood, we can skip to the part where her life began to get fascinating. Later in life, when she was about Ash's age, Delia started studying Pokemon under Professor Oak's mentorship. Their relationship continued far into her life, as she corresponded with Professor Oak even during Ash's journey. In the third Pokemon movie, it was revealed that she was actually one of the better students under Oak, if not the best one. The movie also reveals to us that she made an acquaintance with Stephen Hale, another Pokemon researcher. Although this acquaintance eventually got her into trouble when the fake Entei abducted her in the movie, she learned a lot from him. During this time, Delia developed a dream of becoming a Pokemon trainer, but eventually she abandoned the dream and decided to pursue something completely unrelated and unexpected. She wanted to become a model. Yep, you heard that right. From being a Pokemon trainer to being a model. This is a real shame because she would probably make a great trainer. We've seen her prove this in Pokemon Sun and Moon, where she got into Team Skull Grunt's attack in one episode. She readily took command of Ashen's Litten and easily beat the foe Zubat. Considering this and also her success at studying Pokemon, the potential for being a successful trainer was definitely there. What would her Pokemon team look like? The dream of a modeling career didn't last very long, because from this point onwards, her life became a roller coaster. Around the age of 18, Delia met and started dating a man we know very well, Team Rocket leader Giovanni. This unexpected relationship was revealed in Pokemon Live musical released back in the year 2000. During the time they spent dating, Team Rocket hadn't yet existed, and Giovanni was only a leader of a small gang. What's more, Delia was reportedly also a member of this gang and engaged in its activities. As the time moved on, this small gang turned into the massive criminal organization we know as Team Rocket. Luckily, Delia broke up with Giovanni just before Team Rocket came to be and avoided the criminal path of life. As for the reason for the failure in their relationship, we can only guess. It very well may have been because of the evil nature of Giovanni's future plans. This is the more mainstream version of the story, but later in the video, we will present to you a highly plausible theory that would explain a lot of missing details about Delia's life. So stay tuned for that. Delia went back to Pallet Town and met somebody else in the family restaurant. This person was the unnamed man we know as Ash's dad. Delia fell in love with him instantly, and their relationship deepened quickly, so much that they got married in a heartbeat. Not only did she get married at the age of 19, she also got pregnant with the man. As though she probably felt very happy about the birth of Ash, her husband did something really irresponsible during these crucial times. After deciding to chase his dreams of becoming a great Pokemon trainer, Ash's dad left Delia alone with the newborn Ash and never came back. Perhaps he was too ashamed of coming back to his family after failing to achieve his goals, similar to how both Delia's dad and Brock's dad, Flint, also abandoned their families. To make the matters even worse, soon after Ash's dad left, Delia's mother died, leaving the family restaurant to Delia. She was now supposed to take care of not only young Ash, but also the Pallet House family business completely alone. Delia single-handedly took care of the whole restaurant she inherited while also raising a kid that later went to save the world multiple times and also became a Pokemon master. She gave him full support to go on the Pokemon journey, despite the previous family members doing the same and hurting their loved ones in the past. Overall, despite all the difficulties, she did a great job at everything she set out to do and is definitely worthy of being a mother of our successful protagonist, Ash. So how does she spend her time now that Ash is traveling on his Pokemon journey? Most of the time, she's either working in the restaurant or taking care of all the house chores together with her helper, Mimey, the Mr. Mime she befriended early in the show. We also know she frequently visits Professor Oak, as she was present a lot of the times when Ash was calling him, but she doesn't spend all her time in the Pallet Town. We've seen her travel to distant places multiple times. For example, when she accompanied Oak to Orange Islands in the second Pokemon movie, or when she traveled to Unova with Ash. Now, let's come back to the interesting theory we mentioned earlier in the video. First, let's consider a few facts. The only relevant information we have on Ash's dad is that he left home immediately after Ash's birth, and he never came back. Suspicious, right? Just think about how improbable the whole situation is. Delia broke up with Giovanni, fell in love at first sight, got married instantly, and her new husband abandoned her and Ash in such a short time frame. So, what if Delia meeting someone else in Pallet Town was simply a lie to hide the harsh truth? You can probably already see where we are going with this. Giovanni might very well be the mysterious Ash's father. Everything starts to make sense when we consider the details. Delia and Giovanni broke up because of his criminal activities, but they also had a child together. She then came up with the story about meeting a new partner to cover for the fact that she had a child with a leader of a criminal organization. Giovanni also didn't want to put Ash at any risk by revealing he was his father, since he definitely has many enemies in the Pokemon world who could abuse that information. To work around this, he sent the Team Rocket trio to secretly look after Ash and pretend to try stealing his Pokemon. This would explain the absurd clumsiness of the trio as well. Everything just seems to fall into place perfectly. Unfortunately, this theory has very little chance of being confirmed. We got basically no concrete information about Ash's dad in the whole 26 years of the Pokemon series, and probably will never get any. Yet, it is still intriguing to speculate and make theories about who he really is. Although Delia's life was truly captivating, this isn't everything we know about her. We still have more underground facts about Delia Ketchum. Let's begin with the fact that there is a clone of Delia Ketchum staying hidden somewhere in the Hoenn region. Yes, you heard that right. We've seen her in the Ruby and Sapphire series, as she was one of the students in the ninja school Ash discovered in that episode. How is it possible that there was a clone of his mom and he didn't even notice? Well, it's because she wasn't intended to be Delia's clone, but only shares her appearance. Character design recycling is something that happens quite frequently in the series. Some examples include Tracy, Ash's former companion, and Bill, the Pokemon expert. The recycled character is usually identical in appearance to the original, with only some small cosmetic changes. Now, back to Delia, because we have one more secret fact about her prepared for you. Do you know that Ash and his mother share more than just the same blood? They also have the same voice. In the English dub of the show, the same voice actor, Veronica Taylor, played both Ash and Delia. What's even more interesting, this fact stayed the same even after the Pokemon Company changed voice actors for every character in the show. Apparently, they saw no reason to suddenly give them separate voice actors, and Sarah Natachini took care of both roles. If you enjoyed this and want more, like and subscribe, and check out what would happen if Pokemon were to turn against humanity.